turnout in 2009, which some people attribute to the inevitability factor that Bloomberg's campaign projected with his spending rather than a complete dissatisfaction with political parties. So just A, how do you compare that impact on the voter turnout to what you're arguing now? And B, what are the specific reforms that you're talking about?
Well, for one, I think that there needs to be far easier ballot access, the qualifying of candidates. I do agree and support campaign finance. I think we need to continue to reform our campaign finance rules. Obviously, the governor is also talking about that. I think we need to give New Yorkers an opportunity to have a better mix of candidates in nonpartisan elections for municipal office. What we're electing is not members of the Supreme Court to deal with the issues, the big issues. What we're dealing with is the bread and butter issues that people care about that affect families. They want to educate their kids, they want public safety, they want a smart and friendly business environment. We've got to develop land use strategies that are not tethered to politics, that are tethered to economic outcomes. We've got to reform our education system. Clearly, I mean, one of the biggest current day examples of the failure of our education system is that we can't even agree on a way to evaluate teachers, for God's sake. We've lost $250 million. We're now threatened with losing another 200 and some odd million dollars. These are important fixes that I will champion. And frankly, look, you know, I'm not married to any special interest. The only special interest I care about is the kids of the city of New York and the families of New York.
And just the analysis that the inevitability factor of Bloomberg and his spending is what drove down voter turnout rather than dissatisfaction with parties. Is that an argument that you?
Well, look, we had the lowest voter turnout since 1969 in the mayoral election, but the trajectory was well on its way. And voter turnout in local elections has been dismal. When I got elected in the 1990s to the New York City Council, and the Democratic primary, the participation level was just above 10% in a local city council race. So this is not something new. Maybe there was some impact because people stayed home, but it still points to the crisis. If people believe that the results of an election are inevitable, we are in a political crisis. That's 71% of the people, the 7 in 10 New Yorkers that stay home. We need them out voting, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get them out.